Hey, Snuck, 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 Snuck. This is a TvP. TvP in the Silver League. Oh, you misplaced this depot. I've done that so many times. And you're like, do I really want to cancel the depot just for the wall? I don't know. I was like, the whole point of putting the depot there is to get the wall. And now I'm risking the depot for no reason. And I don't even have a wall in it. I don't know. Double gas? What are you even doing? I do not know what build you're doing, but whatever it is, it better be Cloak Banshee or there's no reason to have 2 gas that soon. No reason to have 2 gas that soon. Is this... I don't know what this is, but... Come on, Cloak Banshee, Cloak Banshee, Cloak Banshee. Nope. It's a weird 111. It looks... I feel like that bunker was late, too. Yes, it was. This bunker was late. You will just lose to a double stalker poke if you do this. This bunker needs to be done at 5 minutes. On a map like this, maybe 5:20, but 5:50, I don't know. But, you know, maybe in your league people don't stalker poke because it's not worth the effort of micro or something. But if he just walks up and uses his stalker to kill that SCV, now you have to pull infinity SCVs, like 3, and go down and finish the bunker at all costs because you have 1 Marine and no bunker. And what are you going to do? Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. Plus, you don't even have a wall in, so he could have walked around. Anyway... Whatever, I'll just say that you need to finish the bunker, so you'll lose like 3 SCVs for no reason. And that's not the end of the game, but it's certainly a big problem. Certainly a big problem, bro. So this is this 111 structure of Tech Lab reactor is a great structure. I love it. You went about it a weird way, but I am okay with it. And I kind of like that you got the gas super early because, sure, that's going to cost you something in Marine... numbers and therefore army size, but as you get closer to 10 minutes you're going to actually end up with a larger army because your starport and factory will be idle for less of the time. So if you start a tank right now, then I will forgive you for you needed the command center to get the start a tank, and now you're going to have too much gas. It's ridiculous. Too much gas. Salvage the bunker, still no tank. Yes, starting siege mode. I love it. When you have too much gas, it's nice when there's an upgrade that you need, but that you can get. And now you're supply blocked for a while. You're pulling workers. Ooh, pulled way too many workers. Look at this. Nobody mining. Basically, you're making a command center, but you don't have anyone mining. So let's see. See what you ended up with. We know the benchmarks. 37 workers at 10 minutes. You missed by so much that you're actually not mining at all. So that sucks. What's the other benchmark? $3,600 army. You've got... looks like 27. You missed by a mile. So if you want a 111, I guess the moral of the story here is do it the right way. Oh man. So I bet that you just missed workers early enough that you just didn't have the money to yeah. You've already missed 3 workers at 6 minutes, so there's no way and you got 2 idle. There's no way to really get a big enough army by 10 minutes if you miss 3 early workers, because that's 3 out of 24 is like 1/7, 1/6, 1/7. I don't know, something a little bit like between 1/7 and 1/8, I think, of your economy that's just missing. It's just missing. It's gone right now. It's gone, man. So I didn't like this build order. And you can see the exact build order in like any one of Nick's replays, any one of Nick's games, any of the tournament games. He does the same build over and over and over and over and over. So you just watch any of those games from the tournament. It's all in first-person view, so you can watch him doing it too. So it's not like we're watching the action and we miss out on what he builds. It's first-person view, so we're seeing everything he's doing. You pulled 3 workers early and didn't have them on auto repair. I feel like that's just to make sure you don't die to anything, but like I can see where you got a lot of these ideas, but the implementation is just so wrong. So in TvP, the scary time is from 6 minutes until 8 minutes. So at 6 minutes, he could theoretically have 6 or 7 units at your front door. If he did in this game, you would just be dead because you have 1 Marine. You have 2 Marines, but one of them would be dead if he was 4-gating you. So this build is not 4-gate proof, and therefore it's an invalid build. We know that in order to be 4-gate proof, you have to have $1,000 of army at 6 minutes, and you only have 375. So why? I mean, you're like, hey, I spent all my money. How could it possibly not be 4-gate proof? And the answer is that you got so much gas early that you don't have the minerals to get an army, because you can't turn gas into army until your factory is done. So look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Right. Oh. Factory is going to start at 4 minutes. We know that the timing of the factory is supposed to be 3:30, right? So right now you should be starting your factory, but you have no gas at all. So it feels like you just kind of forgot gas, or maybe you didn't know you were playing against a Protoss. Yeah, maybe you didn't know. I don't know. It's really weird. Whatever it is that you did wrong, you did it very wrong. So, yeah. In order to have the tank out on time, you have to have a 3:30 factory, though. So your factory is going to be 30 seconds late. And then your starport, the earliest you can get it is right now. And you don't have the minerals because you're building this bunker, which you actually built quite late. So there's the factory. The factory is another 10 seconds late. So both of those are going to be late. Your first tank doesn't start right when your factory finishes. It starts again about 10 seconds late. Your first air unit doesn't start right when your starport finishes. Again, it's going to start. Ooh, it looks like it's going to start really late. And just your marine count at this point is very low. So you know the build. Do the build. This was not the build. So when you lose this game, don't be surprised. Your army was tiny. Your economy was small. You pulled so many workers. I mean, you're supposed to pull that many workers, but you're supposed to have 6 more workers than you had. So you kind of missed all of the benchmarks. I've said a bunch of times in the past to other people, especially like if you look, I got a lot of games of yours to watch, and that's fine if all of them have something important that you don't understand why you lost. But before you send me a game, I want you to watch it and just check the benchmarks, because if you didn't hit the benchmark, you're not going to win the game, and it's not a big surprise. There's nothing I can tell you other than hit the benchmarks when that's the problem. So if you hit the benchmarks and then you lose because of a composition problem, or because of a positioning problem, or because you have a passivity problem, like right now you're actually going to lose to a passivity problem. Because right now, even though you're way behind on army, you've got 3,300 at 11.5 minutes. That's terrible. But you have enough army to kill him, because he's terrible too. You guys are like swimming in this mutual terribility, and you could have won with the army you had. Against the army he had. He has basically pure stalkers against siege tank marine SCV. So if you put the tanks in front, surround them with SCVs on auto repair, and then come in from this angle where you've got a nice wide open ramp, he doesn't have any force fields to stop you. And just, siege up as soon as he engages. Then as soon as he starts to back off, de-siege, move forward, siege up, that kind of thing. Make sure you don't lose any Banshees. Just retreat them over your repairing SCVs, that kind of stuff. You could have killed him. The army you have can kill the army he has. He's pure stalker. You can definitely kill pure stalker. Pure stalker is terrible. And now you're gonna lose to a passivity fail, which means that you're not gonna engage for a long time. And the second you pulled workers off of mining, your income dropped to 400 minerals a minute, 600 minerals a minute. He's got more than double your income right now. So every second that you haven't ended the game one way or another, it's getting less and less likely that you'll win. So, I mean, there's something to be said for pushing forward slowly and for leapfrogging tanks just in general. But that's a macro game tactic. That's I have a bigger income than you and I don't care how long this fight takes tactic. If you have to win at exactly 10 minutes, doing stuff that guarantees you not to have an actual engagement for 4 extra minutes is just going to lead to you being dead at the end of that. Your Banshees aren't fighting. Your tanks are doing okay, although they are shooting the zealots. You never want tanks to be shooting zealots. Your SCVs should have all died before your army. The fact that they're not dead means you didn't attack move them. And you actually did more damage than you took in that fight. So we can see that the composition you made and the way you used it was fine. The problem isn't that. The problem is that he just has infinity money. He has so much more money than you that there's nothing you can do about it. So he's going to come to the high ground, kill a tank, get a Colossus out, kill more tanks, push you back, and that's the end of the game. So if we look, he spent $2,000 more than you. He spent $3,500 more than you on tech. There's just no possible chance to win this game after you pulled those workers and then didn't end it right away. Your build was screwed up, and you didn't engage quick enough after you engaged, after you started to push. So don't miss workers, man. I've said it a million times. Don't miss workers. And don't send me games where you missed workers, because that's all I'm going to say to you is don't miss workers. If you get to 10 minutes and you have 31 workers and $2,600 of army with stim not even done yet, so 2,600 is actually how much you have, you can't win it. Can't be win. Can't be winded.